Maria Camila O'Gorman Ximenez was an Argentine socialite who was born on July 9, 1825, in Merced, Buenos Aires, Argentina. She was the second youngest of 6 children and the youngest daughter of Adolfo O'Gorman Yperichin Vandal, a wealthy Buenos Aires businessman, and his wife, Joaquina Ximenez Pinto. They are Irish Catholics descended from the nobles of France and Spanish ancestry. Her 2 brothers had respectable jobs. One of them was a Jesuit priest, Father Eduardo O'Gorman, while her other brother became a police officer and the future founder of the Buenos Aires Police Academy. Camila's dearest friend, Manuelita, and the daughter of Juan Manuel de Rosas, an Argentine army officer and Federalist Party politician, controlled the Argentine Confederation by decree from 1829 until 1852. He backed and partnered with the Catholic Church, isolated the nation from foreign trade, and restricted the data circulation in and out of its boundaries. Camila, who was strong and independent in this constricted situation, opposes the violent government of military dictator Juan Manuel de Rosas. She was a rebellious young lady who enjoys reading prohibited novels and desired to marry for love, but her father wishes for her to marry a nobleman. Ladislau Gutierrez, a Jesuit priest from Tucumán, came to Buenos Aires. He was the parish priest of Nuestra Señora del Socorro. Celedonio Gutierrez was the provincial governor of Tucumán. Ladislau came from a prominent family. Similar to Camila, their families could have known each other. His family led him into the priesthood in order for him to fulfill his duty as the second son. It was common in Argentina at the time for one of the family's sons to become a priest. Perhaps some of them did it out of obligation rather than dedication or choice. During that period, Argentina's only Catholic group was the Society of Jesus, which persisted in speaking openly against the cruelty of the Rosas administration. This provoked Rosas to expel the Jesuits from Argentina. The Jesuits were on dangerous ground with Rosas. This might have an impact on Ladislau's fate. Camila met Father Ladislau, who had attended seminary with her brother while she was in her late teens and was regularly welcomed to the O'Gorman mansion. In 1847, Camila was 19 years old when she fell in love, and the couple quickly began a secret affair. On the 12th of December 1847, in the middle of the night, the couple made the decision to elope despite the fact that their love for one another was forbidden. The couple lived in Goa, Corrientes province, where they established the first school in a community, where they battled to make a living while pretending to be a married couple under false identities. However, a priest from Buenos Aires soon recognized Camila and informed her father of her location. The couple was arrested and taken to Corrientes province before being transferred to Buenos Aires. As indicated in the arrest warrant by Foreign Relations Minister Felipe Arana, Rosas had issued strict orders from Buenos Aires, instructing that the couple be transported in separate carriages to the jail of Santos Lugares. The priest was accused of seducing a young lady by several witnesses, including Camila's father. Camila's family pleaded with the priest to release her, blaming him for the kidnapping. The young priest was found guilty of breaking the church's rule of conduct, as well as the social order. Camila firmly denies rape and kidnapping allegations against Ladislau. They apparently met, immediately fell in love, got into a secret romance, and then made the decision to elope, she explained. Many people considered her to be a disobedient woman. Camila wrote to Manuelita Rosas before they arrived in the hopes that she may convince her father to give pardon. Manuelita responded to the letter from her friend, informing her that she would do everything she possibly could to support her friend. As a kind friend, Manuelita decorated her cell attractively, the piano and books, making Camila feel more comfortable despite being in a cell. In line with protocol, Roses signed a decree approving the executions. Father Castellanos came to Camila's cell immediately after her arrival to baptize her and her unborn child. She was given holy water to drink and holy ashes were put on her forehead. 8 months later, the couple was sentenced to death and executed by the firing squad. On the morning of August 18, 1848, Camila and Ladislau were led to the courtyard at Santos Lugares, San Andres, Buenos Aires province, blindfolded and tied to chairs in front of their executors. At the time of their death, Ladislau was 24, while Camila was 23 years old and 8 months pregnant. Roses accepted full responsibility for the execution and stated that no one had made an appeal on behalf of the couple. The fact that he disregarded the appeals of his own daughter, Manuelita. He declared that the case required a proclamation of his absolute authority when a community's moral values and sacred religious practices are compromised. A considerable number of documents have been found, including a second letter from Adolfo O'Gorman to Roses, in which he requested that she be punished to the full extent of the law for the country's most horrific and unexpected occurrence. Antonino Reyes, Roses' A-D-Camp Secretary, Sergeant Major, and Chief of Police at Santos Lugares Prison, wrote a book several years after the tragedy in 1883. Reyes was so deeply affected that he decided not to see the executions and, out of compassion, he gave the order to bury both dead in the same casket. The news of her death, as well as the death of her unborn child, spread quickly throughout the province and beyond. That execution ignited a rebellion in Buenos Aires. The end.